Hello, the unstoppable. The most irresistible force on earth isn't beauty. It's the mind that knows how to wield it. Attraction isn't a game of looks. It's a psychological battlefield, and those who master it leave an unforgettable mark. Research shows that nonverbal communication makes up over 93% of human interaction, meaning it's not just about what you say, but how you move, react, and carry yourself. Men aren't addicted to who they see, they're addicted to who they feel. But here's the thing. It's not about playing hard to get, it's about being impossible to forget. So, if you've ever wondered what it takes to make a man obsess over you without even trying, buckle up, because we're diving into the 9 social skills that turn attraction into pure addiction. Oh, and spoiler alert, none of them involve batting your eyelashes. Number 1, master the art of duality, confidence and vulnerability. Confidence alone won't get you far, and neither will being vulnerable all the time. The magic happens when you master both. Men find confidence attractive because it signals strength and independence, but too much of it, without balance, can feel intimidating or distant. This is where vulnerability sneaks in like the perfect spice in a recipe. When you let your guard down just a little, showing that you're human, imperfect, and not afraid to admit it, it makes men feel special, like they've been let into an exclusive club. Vulnerability softens the edges of confidence, making you more relatable and approachable. The trick is knowing when to let each side shine. Be confident when you walk into a room, own your space, and know your worth. But don't be afraid to laugh at yourself when you trip over your own words or admit you can't parallel park to save your life. This combination makes you both aspirational and down-to-earth. It's a dance between showing strength and allowing just enough softness to make him want to step closer. Men are wired to protect, but they won't feel the need to protect someone who never lets them see a moment of weakness. Number 2, micro-calibrating emotional reactions. Emotional intelligence is often reduced to simply being understanding, but it's much more intricate than that. Micro-calibrating your emotional reactions is a skill most overlook, and yet it's the secret sauce to making men feel deeply connected to you. It's about knowing when to laugh, when to listen, when to be serious, and when to lighten up, all in real time. Men aren't looking for someone who just listens. They want someone who feels what they're feeling without losing themselves in the process. This means picking up on subtle shifts in his mood, like when he's tired but won't admit it, or when he's frustrated but trying to act cool. It's the emotional equivalent of reading the fine print, and trust me, men notice when you get it right. He'll think, wow, she actually gets me, even if he doesn't say it out loud. The best part, you don't have to be a mind reader, just observant. Maybe you notice he goes quiet when he's overwhelmed, or that his "I'm fine" means the exact opposite. When you respond with just the right amount of empathy or humor, he feels seen, understood, and more importantly, addicted to the way you effortlessly match his emotional wavelength. Number 3, creating tension without release. Tension is the unsung hero of attraction. And no, it's not just about sexual tension. It's the emotional back and forth that keeps things exciting and leaves men wondering what's next. Most people focus on creating sparks, but the real game changer is tension without immediate release. It's about building curiosity and anticipation, not giving everything away at once. Think of it like watching a great TV show. You don't get all the answers in the first episode, and that's exactly what keeps you glued. In relationships, this means mastering the push-pull dynamic. Show interest, but not too much. Give attention, but not always. It's the subtle moments of unpredictability that keep him on his toes. One minute you're leaning in, and the next you're slightly pulling away. Not in a game-playing way, but in a way that says you have your own rhythm, and he's not quite sure of your next move. Men love a challenge. If everything is too easy or predictable, their interest fades. Keeping a bit of mystery, a little will she or won't she, makes them lean in more. It's the emotional equivalent of dangling a carrot just out of reach. He'll be chasing that tension, hooked on the thrill of figuring you out. Number 4, the power of intentionally pausing. Most people underestimate the power of a well-placed pause. In conversations, everyone's always rushing to say the next thing, but sometimes the smartest move is to do nothing. That brief, intentional silence, It speaks louder than words. Pausing in the middle of a conversation isn't just about creating suspense, it's about showing you're confident enough to sit comfortably in the quiet. It gives your words more impact because you're not scrambling to fill the space. You own it. For men, these pauses can be incredibly magnetic. When you leave a little gap after you've made a point, it leaves him hanging, wondering what you're going to say next or thinking more deeply about what you just said. You're essentially giving him time to process, and trust me, that's gold. It also shows that you're not desperate for attention or validation, which is a huge attraction factor. Plus, pauses give you control over the conversation. Ever notice how the person who's not rushing to fill the silence holds all the power? You can use it to emphasize your confidence or add a playful layer to the interaction. It's like saying, I don't need to speak constantly to keep your interest, I've got you hooked already. Number 5. Effortlessly flipping traditional gender scripts. Men are used to leading, especially in relationships. It's practically programmed into them. But what if, without making a big deal of it, you flip the script? Taking the lead at unexpected moments, not in a bossy or controlling way, but in a way that feels natural, creates a shift in dynamic that keeps things interesting. Whether it's suggesting a new place to eat, planning a spontaneous trip, or making the first move in a conversation, showing you can step up when the moment calls for it is a huge turn-on. The beauty of it is in the subtlety. You don't need to announce you're taking charge, just do it. This unpredictability keeps men guessing, and let's be real, they secretly love it. It challenges the routine they're used to and shows them that you're not just waiting around for things to happen, you're making them happen. It's like playing chess. He thinks he's in control of the game, and then bam, you make a move he didn't see coming. The key is balance. You're not always in the driver's seat, but when you are, you do it with ease. Men love a woman who can switch gears like that. It's exciting, unpredictable, and most importantly, keeps them hooked. Number 6, appealing to his self-identity, not just his ego. While many focus on flattering a man's ego with compliments, the real key to capturing his heart lies in appealing to his self-identity. This goes beyond surface-level praise. It's about connecting with the core values and beliefs that define who he is. Ask yourself, what does he truly care about? What drives him? When you show genuine interest in these aspects, you become someone who sees and values him for more than just his looks or achievements. For example, if he's passionate about his career, dive into that conversation. Ask thoughtful questions that show you appreciate the hard work he puts in. Men thrive on validation, but not just the kind that puffs up their egos. It's the kind that affirms their identity and makes them feel understood. When you align yourself with what he values, he'll associate you with that sense of purpose and passion. It's like becoming his personal cheerleader, but without the pom-poms. You're not just a fan, you're someone who gets the deeper nuances of who he is, and that connection becomes addictive. When he feels seen and validated in such a profound way, you'll find he's drawn to you like a moth to a flame, eager to share more of himself with you. Number 7, artful ambiguity, saying enough without saying it all. Artful ambiguity is like a magician's sleight of hand. It keeps men guessing and engaged. Instead of laying everything out on the table from the get-go, sprinkle hints and clues about your personality, interests, and feelings. This is not about playing games. It's about creating an air of mystery that draws him in. When you reveal just enough about yourself to spark curiosity but hold back the full picture, he's left wanting more. It's like serving up a delicious appetizer but saving the main course for later. For instance, share intriguing stories that hint at your adventures but don't give away every detail. If he asks about your weekend plans, instead of giving a full rundown, say something like, "Oh, just a little something that might involve a treasure hunt in the city." Suddenly he's intrigued, mentally crafting scenarios in which you're a mysterious explorer or a secret agent. This playful ambiguity keeps him on his toes, turning everyday conversations into captivating experiences. It's the emotional equivalent of a cliffhanger in a great book. He's hooked and can't wait to turn the page. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good mystery? Keeping him guessing about you adds a spark to your interactions that makes him eager to learn more. Number 8, the skill of controlled mystery. Controlled mystery is an art form that can make you utterly captivating. It's not just about being elusive, it's about knowing what to reveal and when. Think of it as an emotional game of chess, where you strategically unveil pieces of yourself while keeping others close to the vest. When you share snippets of your life or feelings, but leave enough gaps, he'll be itching to fill in those blanks. For example, when he asks about your past relationships, instead of diving deep into your romantic history like it's a soap opera, you might say, "Oh, let's just say I've had my share of interesting characters. Maybe I'll tell you more over coffee sometime." Suddenly, you've piqued his interest without oversharing. This artful withholding creates an addictive tension, making him feel like he's on a treasure hunt, searching for clues to uncover more about you. It's this unpredictability that keeps him engaged and craving more time with you. Men love a challenge, and when you maintain an air of mystery, it makes them feel like they're peeling back the layers of an enigma. Just remember, the key is to keep it playful. After all, no one wants to feel like they're auditioning for a role in a psychological thriller. Number 9. The unavailability paradox. The unavailability paradox is like a game of emotional hide-and-seek that keeps men on their toes. It's not about playing hard to get in a frustrating way. It's about being emotionally present when it matters while sprinkling in moments of delightful unpredictability. When you show genuine interest and warmth, but also maintain a hint of mystery about your availability, it creates an enticing dance. Imagine you've been chatting all week, and suddenly you go quiet for a day or two. Instead of freaking out or over-explaining, let him miss you a little. When you do reappear, you might casually say, "Oh, I was off saving the world. You know how it is." This playful banter creates intrigue and shows that you have your own life, interests, and adventures going on. By being selectively available, you keep him guessing and invested. He'll find himself pondering, "What's she up to, and when will I see her again?" This sense of anticipation makes your interactions more exciting as he's eager to earn your time and attention. It's a balance of connection and mystery that turns a casual fling into a thrilling pursuit, ensuring he's always eager for the next chapter in your story together. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more tips on love and relationships. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.